Hey friends, good Saturday morning. It is a lot chillier out here than I thought it was. I didn't put a coat on to come out and feed the chickens. And tell me you fed the chickens without telling me you fed the chickens. Yeah, I had to fill all the feeders. They were very, very low. So I am all dusty from that. So today is Saturday, and this is the start of my weekend vlog. Nothing too exciting this weekend to share with you that I know of. It is pretty early Saturday morning. I tried to be as quiet as I could so I could let Doug sleep. I came down, did all the morning outside chores. Look at this hair. And now I'm going to get a cake started. We have my niece's 40th birthday party this afternoon, and they're having it catered, but her husband said if anybody wants to bring desserts, feel free to bring them. I'm gonna wash my hands, see if I can put you here. So I'm gonna make a pineapple upside down cake and take that, and I want to get it made early because we have to leave here at 9:45 to go to a viewing. I don't think we're staying for the funeral mass. The boys' elementary school principal's mother passed away. They went to a very small Catholic school. So, we got to know the principal's mother very well through the school and through church activities and things. So we are going to that this morning. And then I think I'm going to come home and take down all of my winter decor, my red curtains, my heavy curtains, and put up all of the spring summer stuff. I'm just ready. I'm ready for some nice weather. So I think I'm going to do that. I do want to get this cake done early because my girlfriend called me yesterday and she's like, do you have a sifter? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I can't find mine. She moved about a year or so ago. And she still has boxes that aren't unpacked because don't we all? When I think I still have boxes from, 20 years ago when we moved. I think there's like 3 boxes downstairs. Anyway, she can't find her sifter. So she's going to borrow mine. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Well, then I realized, oh my gosh, I have to make a pineapple upside down cake and you have to sift the dry ingredients 3 times. So I'm like, I need to get up and get that cake made before she comes and picks up the sifter at 9 o'clock. Plus, I want to just get the cake made. I want to get it done. I want to get ready for the viewing. I want to be ready to walk out the door. So when I come home, I can get started on switching over the house. I'm not sure when we're eating breakfast. I don't know if we're going to try to get it in before or after. I don't know. We'll see. Doug requested ham and cheese omelets. So that's what we are having. We had pinochle here last night. Oh my gosh, what a night. Teams this week were my brother and I and my sister-in-law and Doug. My brother and I could not win for losing. Oh my gosh. We could not get, and it wasn't skill. I mean, I'm not the best pinochle player. My brother and sister-in-law are amazing pinochle players. My brother can tell you every card that was played and when it was played. He's just good at it. And he's good at strategy. It's amazing. And Doug and I are average, fair players. But anyway, so it was Joey and I. We could not get cards to save our life. Now we play what's called airplane. Some people call it fireman. It's where if you win the bid, you and your partner pass 4 cards back after Trump has been announced. There were so many times that I bid and I only needed 1 card for a run. And he would give me 4 cards, all of the suit of Trump, and not the card I needed because, the other people had them. It was crazy. We could not get anything. But it was fun anyway. We lost 3 games. The first game, both teams were in the hole so bad. I think it took 20-something hands for the first game. If you don't know pinochle, I'm speaking in gibberish, so I'm going to stop. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was still fun. I did fantastic on my eating. Not even an issue. Looking forward to the party today. And Doug and I made it a little pact with each other to be the food police for each other. We've been a little too freewheeling lately, so we're going to be each other's food police today. So we'll see. But anyway, that's what's going on. I am going to get coffee and tea made. I'm going to get this shirt cleaned off, put an apron on, and get started on that cake. It's not a WW friendly cake, but I will tell you, if you like pineapple upside down cake, it is the best pineapple upside down cake you will ever have. It is from a 1950s cookbook, and it is phenomenal. So you know what? I'll bring you along while I make it, just to have some content for this weekend, because I'm not really sure what kind of content I'm going to have. Like I said, it is not WW friendly, but sometimes we need to take a cake to someone who is recovering, or sometimes we need to take a condolence cake to someone, or sometimes we need to take a cake to share, and we don't always want it or need it to be WW friendly. I guarantee if you take this cake, my friends, you'll have friends for life. So let me get everything ready and we'll get it started. But before we get started on that cake, you know the old saying, that comes first. Next thing we need to do to prep is our pineapple. Now, generally when you do a pineapple upside down cake, you use pineapple rings and you put the little maraschino cherry in the middle, and it looks so beautiful, and you get 12 slices out of it. I want to get 24 slices out of this cake because there's going to be a lot of desserts, and we want the desserts to be like smaller, bite-size-ish. So I'm going to use crushed pineapple. It's not quite as pretty, but it enables you to cut the cake a little bit nicer. Yes, you can cut the cake smaller if you use rings, but it just doesn't look as nice. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drain 2 cans of crushed pineapple. These are 2 20-ounce cans. I'm going to just drain them one at a time so they're fully drained. I'm just going to let it sit here for a minute. You can drain it right into the sink, or you can drain it into a bowl. I could have drained it right into the sink because I have a ton of pineapple juice in the fridge from last Monday when I had to make several of the cakes for church. So I'm going to let that drain, get the second one going, and we're going to get started on the actual cake. So the first thing we're going to add into our sifter is 2 2/3 cup of flour. Okay, the next thing we need to add in is 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And yes, I actually have a measuring spoon that is 4 teaspoons. Is that like the most random thing ever or what? This was a very complete set of measuring spoons that I got. I have, I think, 3 or 4 different sets of measuring spoons, and I just keep them all thrown in the drawer, grab whatever I need. Okay, next we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 1/2 cups of sugar. My sous chef is going to film my salt. Hold on a second. I need to tell him where it is. It's in one of the 5-gallon buckets. It is unmarked as of yet. Okay. White bucket, white lid. Okay. You'll know when you open it. Right. Sorry about that interruption. I could have shut off, but I'm lazy. I'm not going to lie. Okay. So now we are just going to sift this mixture 3 times. And yes, my sifter is as old as dirt. It was my mama's. It was a bridal shower gift. And my mother got married in 1950. So you can imagine how old this sifter is. So there's 1 time, and now I'm just going to get another bowl and sift it again, and then again. And that is just going to incorporate a lot of air, get all the lumps out, and really make for a beautiful, beautiful cake batter. So I'll be back after it's sifted the last 2 times. Okay, so while the pineapple is draining, we're going to get our topping prepared. So in my pan here, this is my favorite cake pan. It is by Magic Lamp. It's a company in California. It's made in the USA, stainless steel, makes the best cakes ever. And I love that the corners are square and not rounded like a glass baking dish. So it makes every piece look beautiful. But anyway, I digress. So I have in here a half a cup of butter. So 1 stick of butter. I just chopped it up a little bit. And a half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350. And while it's preheating, I'm going to put this in so the butter and the sugar melt to start making our topping. Just don't forget it's in there while you're doing everything else. Okay, and I apologize if you can hear the sound of bacon frying in the background, but Doug's making breakfast. So next thing we're going to do, is make the cake batter. So I've got a half a cup of butter. And I am going to just cream this, make it nice and smooth and creamy. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add the dry ingredients. And it's going to be very dry. We're going to add the liquid in after the dry ingredients. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add in our eggs. Slowly add in our milk. And then our vanilla. We're going to let it go for 1 minute. Okay, so now, while the butter and everything is melting and the batter is done, I'm going to cut up some cherries. If you were using rings, you just cut the cherries in half and use a half in each of the center of the rings. But since we're not, I'm just going to chop these up really small and sprinkle them throughout the cake. Do I wish there was a better alternative than maraschino cherries? Yep. Because these ingredients are just a bit scary. But you know what? You're eating such a tiny little bit. You're not eating them every day. Something's got to give, you know? The 90-10 rule. Eat good stuff 90% of the time and eat the bad stuff 10% of the time. So I'm just going to chop all these up. I might need more. I'm not sure. I probably will. Because you definitely want them to dot the cake and have that little burst of color pop through. So I'm sure I will need more. I think I started with 10. And the oven just preheated, so I need to check my butter and sugar mixture. I feel like I'm a little bit discombobulated showing you how to do this because you kind of do everything at the same time. but because I'm trying to film and show you, it seems a little discombobulated, and I apologize for that. Okay, here is our butter and sugar topping. It looks perfect. So I'm just going to take a spoon and combine it as best that I can. Try to get that sugar into the hot melted butter so the sugar melts better. You need it melty so you can spread it around, which this is not doing. I'm going to put this back in the oven for just a few more minutes to get this brown sugar a little more melty. Okay, just another minute or so in there, spread it out, and it is perfect. So now I'm just going to take my cherries and sprinkle them right on top of the butter and brown sugar mixture. Oh, I think I just need a couple more. Okay, now over our cherries, I'm going to take our crushed pineapple and sprinkle that over. You want to get it as even as you can. Now, at this point, if you're using rings, you're going to need 2 cans of rings because you'll need 12. And you just place them in the pan. Sometimes you have to squish them a little to get 12 in. And then you place the half a maraschino cherry rounded side down in the middle of the ring. Now, when I made these for church on Sunday, a gentleman who said that pineapple upside down cake is one of his favorites, said that he actually, this is the first time he had it with the crushed pineapple, he said he actually preferred it to the rings because he felt like you got pineapple in every single bite, whereas with the rings, you don't. So, I don't know, maybe this will be my new way of making it. Okay, I just want to make sure that's all nice and even. And then it's just time to put the batter on top. It's a thick batter. So you want to try to pour it out as evenly as you can. And then we'll spread it. And you just have to spread a little bit gingerly because you don't want to disrupt the pineapple. And then we're just going to spread it out. This cake is very easily halved. If I'm not mistaken, the original recipe may be halved. This may be a doubled recipe. I will get the book that this came out of, and I will take a picture of it, and I will insert it into the video at some point, just to show you how cool it is, because like I said, it's a 1950s cookbook. It actually is from Swan's cake flour, and the recipe calls for cake flour. If I have cake flour, I use it. If I don't, I just use all purpose, and honestly, it comes out fine. Okay.
If I can figure out how to spell this word, I think I know what it is.
Doug is over there struggling with the Wordle. He started it last night after midnight, after Pinochle, and he ended up sleeping. I got it very quickly.
I couldn't figure out how to spell the darn word.
He couldn't figure out how to spell it. Okay.
I got it.
He got it. How many did it take you?
3.
Nice. Everybody in our Wordle group seems to be getting it in 3 today. Okay. So there we go. We are going to pop this in the oven at 350. It's probably going to take about 50 to 55 minutes. I am going to start checking it at 40 minutes because it's what I do, and I like to rotate the pan and things like that. So there you have it. I'll show you when it comes out. Okay, here is the cake out of the oven. It needs to sit in the pan for 5 to 10 minutes to cool, and then we will flip it out. And there she is. I should have showed me flipping it out, but I didn't have the tripod set up and only had one hand. So there it is. She is a beauty. So I will let this cool completely, and then I will cut it into 24 slices and take it to the party. Okay, I am sitting down to eat breakfast before we leave. It's got to be a quick one. There was one little sad piece of bread left, so I toasted that up. Normally these are 2 points. This is probably not, but I'm going to count it as 2 points anyway, and I have 0 points worth of butter on there. I have 2 medium eggs, and inside I have 1 ounce of ham and a 1/4 ounce of raw milk cheddar cheese, and I have 2 strips of bacon. And of course, tea. That's my breakfast. Friends, it's going to be a day. We just got home from the funeral, the viewing, and there was the bacon grease cup sitting right here. Andrew knocked it over. And it's all over his pants in the dining room, in the kitchen. This is going to be a hot mess to clean up. Hopefully this is not an indication of the day. Using our time to get some stuff done. Doug is cleaning the couch cushions for me. It's one of Aria's favorite places to lay, and sometimes she gets a little bit muddy. So it took me over an hour to get curtains ironed. We're going to the light spring curtains. They still don't look that great. Oh my gosh, these were a nightmare to iron. A nightmare. I might have to steam them a little bit more while they're up. But it took me an hour to get those ironed. It took me like 10 minutes to get the dining room ironed. So my tall man is taking care of getting them up for me. Thank you, tall man. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm going to get to the kitchen today because we have to get ready to go to the party and everything. And the kitchen curtains, I have a lot. Well, I don't know, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Well, you have the, what's it called? You have the back room, you have the toppers there.
Yeah, but they're easy to iron, so we'll see. But right now I'm worried about getting these up and the dining room. And then we'll go from there. But I still have to get the cake cut and put in cupcake liners and on a tray. So that's that. Not sure where Doug is or what he's doing today. I know he had some things he wanted to get done. Okay, this was super easy because it was just the curtains. I have to actually open them and let some more light in, but oh, so light and bright already. I need to get new pillows because the pillows are kind of dark. So I'm gonna start looking for those. I might just look for covers on Amazon. And then all I do in here is bring my spring quilts up from the bottom of the basket and put the winter blankets down below. I will put some Easter decorations out, but probably not until tomorrow. So that's nice and light and bright. So now it's time to work on the dining room. So Andrew's just taking down the buffalo check. I can't find my runner that matches the curtains I made for in here. So I have to go on a hunt for that somewhere. Same thing happened last year. You'd think I'd pay attention. So we're going to work on these now. These are super easy because these are just clips. So they're super easy to do. Okay, I did get the kitchen done, the curtains changed. These are just blue and white mattress ticking curtains that I made last year, I think. Got the rug changed out. Cannot find my blue napkins that match this table, and still can't find the table runner for the dining room. So I still have all my fallish winter napkins in our napkin basket. Changed out the decos in there. I want to do something a little different up top, but I'm not sure yet. And I think I want to do something a little different in here up top, just to lighten it up a little bit for spring. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. If I find stuff, I'm not going to go buying anything. I just changed out the black candlesticks to white. And that's about it, really. We need to stop and get ready for the party. So we are at the birthday party. It looks very festive in here. We are just waiting. It is not a surprise. She knows about it. We are just waiting for the guest of honor and all the other guests to arrive. Here's the cake I made. I know.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you.
That's the nurse in her, not putting her germs on the cake. Well, my friends, we are home. It was a wonderful party. My niece Susan is just the best. She is just the kindest, most gentle woman. She's unbelievable. That's all I can say about her. So it was a very nice party celebrating her. I am so proud of myself. You saw what I had for dinner. I had about 3/4 of a cup of baked ziti. I had about a cup maybe of sausage and peppers. I had 2 or 3 little Chick-fil-A nuggets. And that was it. They had a beautiful fruit salad, but it had apples in it. So I couldn't have that because of my allergy. And then, so they had a whole table. I didn't even film the table of desserts. I only filmed it in the beginning, not when everybody brought desserts. The table was completely full of desserts, and I am so proud of myself. And, well, the birthday cake is an old family recipe. And they said, like, you've never tasted a birthday cake like this. It's the best you'll ever taste, blah, blah, blah. So I had one bite, literally one bite. Like, I was the one cutting the cake. They asked me if I would do all the cutting and plating. I literally cut one bite, and I will tell you, it was the best birthday cake I have ever had in my entire life. I'm getting the recipe, and that is going to be my dessert for Soup and Scripture in 2 weeks because it was that good. Like, I am still thinking about that bite of cake. I would have liked to have had 3 bites of that cake, but it's all good, whatever. I'm very proud of how I did. I mean, I was pretty much used all my calories today, I'm not going to lie. You know, because baked ziti's high, sausage and peppers was high, but I feel like I did really good. I feel like I was in control, and I would have been fine if I worked out this morning, and I didn't. I just ran out of time. And then we were going to take a walk when we got home, but it's just way too dark now, and we're exhausted. So that is that. I did not finish doing my house for spring. I will finish that tomorrow. Still can't find the table runner. I'm going to have Doug look for it. And then I just have to, like, put away the winter stuff and bring out a little my Easter stuff and things like that. So I will finish all that tomorrow. Not sure what else is going on. I'm going to work on my website a little tonight. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it all done. And then tomorrow, finish up my website if I need to, and just do anything around the house I need to get done. Doug is going to do some studying tomorrow. He'll probably study for an hour, take a break, study for an hour. Andrew will study for his praxis. So kind of a slow day tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe we can find something fun. Andrew has to be at all the masses tomorrow, 7:30, 9:30, and 11:30. Because I don't know if did I tell you? I don't remember what I told you. That every year, this is the 10th anniversary, we have what's called the Faithful Food Drive. It started 10 years ago. It is a diocesan-wide food drive. And before, they used to collect all the food and they would take it to the South Jersey Food Bank. But now the parishes that have food banks at the parish keep the food. And we have a very, very active food pantry at our church. We serve like 75 to 80 families in the community, not in our church. I mean, there might be some from our church, I don't know, but in the entire community every single week. We have a very, very, very generous parish, and we keep that food pantry going. So this Faithful Food Drive, they decided, I think like 2 years ago during the pandemic, that all the food will stay at the parishes. So our food pantry is going to be stocked next week. Tomorrow is the day that flyers are handed out. They used to staple the flyer to a bag and hand those out as people were leaving Mass. But now that we have the bag ban in New Jersey, it's not as easy to get bags. We'd have to purchase them. Before, stores used to donate them. But we're not going to purchase them. We're just going to ask people to bring, put their stuff in their own bag. We're just going to hand out the flyers. Anyway, Andrew's in charge of all this year. So he has to be at all 3 masses tomorrow. He got somebody to cover for him tonight, but he has to be at all 3 masses tomorrow to make sure that flyers are getting handed out, to answer any questions that anybody has and things like that. Then next week he'll have to be at all the masses while we're collecting the food. So, yeah. I'm proud of him. They asked him to do it and he stepped up and said yes. So that's really cool. And that's about it. So Doug and I are going to 9:30. Andrew's going to all 3 masses. But right now I am going to go put my jammies on. I'm going to get comfy and I'm going to work on my website because it's not updated as of yet and it is Saturday night. So I will say goodnight to you, and I will talk to you all tomorrow morning, my friends. Good morning, my friends. It is Sunday, and we are heading to church. Andrew left at 6:45-ish. Because I think I told you yesterday he has to be at all 3 masses today to do the Faithful Food Drive. So that's what he is doing. We got to sleep in a little bit this morning, and it was lovely because I did not sleep well at all last night. My hip was really, really bothering me. So just didn't sleep great and was kind of waiting for Adam to get home from South Carolina. They got back to the Mount about 3 a.m., 3:15, somewhere around there. So I am sure he is going to sleep in today. At least I hope he does, because he can go to church tonight. What else? That's about it. We've been kicking stuff around for today. We talked about maybe going up to Costco to return all that monk fruit that I bought. But we didn't bring it with us, and I think we're just going to wait to return it until we have to do a Costco run. And I don't need anything at Costco, and if I go to Costco,
we'll certainly buy some.
We'll certainly buy stuff, and I don't need anything. So I think we'll just wait until next month when we do because we generally do a Costco run every other month. So I think we'll just wait. Like I said, heading to church, I have to, I forgot my usher badge. Oops, I meant to grab it out of the drawer. I have to usher today. Andrew's ushering at 9:30 in addition to his other responsibilities, and Doug is lecturing, so he will be reading the second reading, which is the New Testament reading. So I guess we'll probably just come home. I'd like to go out to breakfast. Oh, somebody got a little excited about that. I think breakfast is an easy meal to have out when you're on any kind of weight loss plan. Personally, I think it's the easiest one to have out, but I don't know. We'll see. I just need a break. I just need a break.
Nothing wrong with that.
But I'm not sure. Like, I want Andrew to come with us, and I don't know what his time frame will be between masses. So we'll have to figure that out. Doug has definitely got to study this afternoon. He has a final on Thursday. Next week, not this week, but next week is the last week of the semester, but his teacher is not going to be there on the last day. He has other responsibilities. So they're having their final this week. So, and yeah, he only has 1, 2, 3 more classes actually for this semester. I can't believe it. This semester went so fast.
It did.
So fast. The last day of the semester, they're having an open house, so there won't be any classes for, men who want to find out exactly what it's all about. So that's that. And so he's going to study. I need to do my website. It's Sunday and it's not done, and it's always done Friday night or Saturday morning, but we've had a busy weekend. And as much as I love you guys and as much as I love doing this, family comes first. And, Friday night we played Pinochle, and then yesterday we had a funeral and we had the party. And like I said, as much as I love you guys, this is not my full-time job. And yeah, so I'll get it done for you. I will, just maybe not on time. What? But it will get done this afternoon. When I get home from church, I'm gonna throw on it's freezing in New Jersey today, so I'm gonna throw on some nice, big, fluffy, cozy clothes and cozy up with my laptop and get her done. There's a collab coming out next Sunday. I have not signed up yet, just because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it or not, and I'm still kicking it around. It is a casserole collab, and I have a couple ideas. I need to sit down and plan out. Sundays I generally sit down and plan out my week, so I'm going to see if I can manage to squeak that in somewhere and film it and get it done. We will see, because I would like to participate, because Miss Sandy is the host, and I have a special place in my heart for Miss Sandy. So anyway, enough chit chat. I always do this on the way to church. So I will either show you the breakfast I make at home, or I will show you the breakfast we eat out at a diner. First of all, it is crazy cold out. Oh my gosh, it is freezing. It is actually below freezing. 60 something yesterday, below freezing today. Not happy. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Now it's supposed to be nice all week, so we will see. But we are still looking for a place to have breakfast, because every place has a crazy long wait time. Everybody wants to go out to breakfast today, I guess. We're trying one more place, and if it's a crazy long wait time, I'm going home and making breakfast, because I am. Yeah, I have things to do. Can't be wasting my time doing this, so we'll see. One more place. Andrew is not with us because he still has to be at church to do coordinate the people handing out the flyers and stuff. So he'll just fend for himself when he gets home, or Mama will fend for him. But if we ever have breakfast, I'll definitely show you it. Okay, third time's a charm. We are at the Swedesboro Diner. If you are not from the area and don't know about like Jersey, Philly diners, they have everything you can possibly imagine. As you can see, the menu is spiral bound. That should tell you something, right? So we've got so many choices. I think I am going, even though it's a little bit later, I think I am going to go for breakfast, because I love breakfast foods. Although a sandwich sounds pretty good. Can you believe the size of this? Yes, thank you. If you can't find what you want at a diner, it's your issue, not the diner's.
Yeah. Somebody get your juice?
Yes. Thank you. There we go. And at Jersey Diners, breakfast is served all day. And we've got so there you have it. Can't find something you like, then, well, going for a bit of a splurge this morning. I have eggs Benedict and hash browns. I will probably eat about half the hash browns. Not sure if I'll eat both of these. Definitely will eat one. I'll figure out the calories and points as always. Doug definitely splurged and has French toast. Getting a super late start to working on my website, but with good reason. My bestie called and we were on the phone for over an hour, and nothing's better than a Sunday chat with your bestie, so this will get done. Now, eventually, the house is quiet. Andrew's upstairs playing a game on the computer with some of his old college friends. Doug is upstairs studying, or maybe napping, and I am laying on the couch with my feet up, working on the website. Okay, we are getting dinner ready, and we realized we're out of mayonnaise. I used it for the deviled eggs, and Andrew likes a little mayo on his burger, so we are going to make some mayo for you. Excuse the counter. Like I said, we were prepping dinner. So we have a jar with 1 egg in there, and then we are going to add in a half a tablespoon of lemon juice. There's the half a tablespoon. There's the lemon juice, Andrew.
Okay.
Let's have a teaspoon.
It says TBS. That's tablespoon. Oh, yeah. This is the tablespoon.
That's a half a tablespoon.
Yeah, that's the same thing over there.
It's not, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, half a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then 1 teaspoon of vinegar.
Sorry. A little heavy-handed.
No, you're fine. And then 1/4 teaspoon of Dijon mustard.
Try to get all of it out. Okay, that's pretty good, I think.
Is it pretty good?
Looks pretty good.
And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. But you know what? I don't have another clean 1/4 teaspoon out. If you can't find one, we'll just use
You
a...
know what?
Just, yeah.
Just to pinch it out type of thing?
Yeah, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, more than that, son. And that's good. Okay, and now 1 cup of either avocado or olive oil. We're using a light olive oil. I'm going to pour that right into the jar. Then we're just going to give it a minute so everything settles down the bottom, which it pretty much did already. Okay, now we're going to take our hand blender. We're going to put it in, and we're going to hold it on the bottom and not move it. Turn it on and leave it there for about 30 seconds until it starts emulsifying. Nice and thick, Andrew?
Yeah, it feels thick.
Okay, and once it's nice and thick and mixed, you can turn off the hand blender. Oh yeah.
I still seal some oil on there, so.
Well, give it one more whirl, but then you have to just take a scoop and do it.
Yeah, that's thick.
Okay, take it out. Kind of give it a little, like, Yeah, try to get as much mayo off of there as you can. You can lay that right on the... There's a button. That's okay. Just lay the whole thing on the cutting board. We'll get all that goodness out of there. Get a spoon. Give it a nice stir. Just to make sure it's all mixed. Okay, gently, gently. Okay, and show us that beautiful goodness. And there's our mayo. All done. Now we can get to dinner. Okay, it is dinner time. We have fries, a burger, deviled egg, and some ketchup. I will put points and calories on the screen. Well, friends, that is going to do it for my weekend. Finally got my website updated. And it would have been done earlier if I didn't go live. I'm not sure if any of you were there. I know who's there. But I decided to go live this afternoon because I was not feeling doing my website. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just not feeling it. So I went live and it was so much fun. And I'm hoping to do it again on Thursday night. So we will see. I figured Doug will be in school. Why not? That is the 23rd. If you're watching this after that day, sorry. I am just going, I got my website all done. Now I'm going to work on getting this video edited and scheduled and all that. Dinner was so good. I kept saying, every bite I took of that burger, I kept telling Doug, oh my gosh, this is so good. I was just so craving a burger. And my iron's been low. And when my iron is low, my body knows what it needs and it craves beef. It does. It just knows. And it was really good. So now I'm just going to sit and edit this video. I am watching the USA versus Cuba baseball game and the what do they call it? The World Baseball Classic. So I'm watching that. It's the bottom of the third. USA is winning. Watched my Phillies this afternoon. Yeah, that's about it. So Doug is back to studying. And Andrew is also upstairs studying for his praxis. And I'm hoping to go to bed a little bit early because I did not sleep well last night. So that's what I'm hoping. And tomorrow I have to make cherry bars, a couple pans of cherry bars to take the soup and scripture. I have soup and scripture tomorrow night. And so anyway, that's that. So thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I truly do appreciate it. And that's all I have for you. I will be back. Not sure when. It's a busy week, but I'll try to fit in a full day of eating here or there. Tomorrow, soup and scripture, I can maybe, it'll be really no fun. Well, I'll see. Tuesday, I'm going out. It is we have our women's club meeting. And instead of meeting at the church, we are meeting at a local diner. We do that every once in a while. We do that. It's a lot of fun. So I will be eating there. And I probably already know what I'm getting. They have this really good salad with shrimp. It's like a Caribbean salad or something. It's really good. Probably end up getting that. So I don't know. I'll see. I will be back at some point. Hopefully I will finish that video I started. We'll see. I'm just rambling now, my friends. Have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.